to Swedish Guy That Flies. If you have been following me, and I appreciate you following me, I've been flying all the way from Texas to Sweden, and today we are, last episode I landed in, I was flying from Norway to Gothenburg, Sweden, and here we are in Gothenburg, the Landvetter airport on the east coast of Sweden here. And today we're gonna spend an hour and a half flying up to Stockholm. That's where I'm from originally. Actually, I'm from this little island here called Lidingö. That's where I'm from. But in my move in real life, I'm gonna move somewhere to around here in Småland. So next trip after, I'm going up to Bromma here and saying hello to my brother that lives here in the area. I will fly down to Småland. So I hope you follow along. It's proving to be a nice flight today, about an hour and a half as mentioned, and the weather is really nice out. If you look here outside, it's very nice. I just gotta make sure I have the real time. I have a live weather as usual, so there you go, a little bit longer shadows. Sun is up, so an hour and a half. I think we're gonna be in for a treat coming into Stockholm as we are flying in to Bromma airport. So let's go in setting up the flight. Let's set up the flight. The fuel I need today is about 28 gallons. I have 29. Let's just even this out. Actually, I have this tip, wing tip. Actually, I can remove them. We should do that. So let's get 28 gallons. Okay, here we are. Tip tanks, remove. Don't need those. So here we have the fuel, 28. That should be good. Let's look a bit, inspect here in engine. Okay, let's do a walk around. Right flap. So what we can do is to maybe loosen that up. Okay, we're good there, and this should move a little bit more. And lights, actually I didn't put on the battery. I can do that now. Let's see if we get some lights out here. Yeah, there. All right, no tie down. Should see some fuel in the tank. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to see. Yeah, there we see this little blue fluid in there. All right, wheel chocks are off, no puncture. Check the fuel. Looks nice and clean, no contamination. No bird nest. It's very dirty livery. I need to change that, make it look a little bit nicer. But we have been flying all the way from Texas to here. We have a nice looking oil. Second fuel tank. And we have fuel in there. Okay, shocks. And pitot tube, and no tie down on the wings. Let's see what we get here. Okay, all those lights works. Left flap. No obstructions in that little sensor thingy. Elevator. and with no tie down. One is okay, or rubber. And there is no obstruction. And baggage door. I have my little toolkit. My bag. Okay. There we are. We have done the walk around. Let's start to roll back the airplane a little bit. We need to... yeah, we don't have the parking brake, so we can actually roll it like so. Makes it a little bit easier to taxi out when it's time. Here we are. Okay, let's get ready to start. Checklist. Before engine start. Pre-flight complete. Passengers briefed. Secured. Control lock has been removed. Parking brake set. Let's set the parking brake. There we go. Parking brake is set. Gear switch. And we see that one is down. And the flaps are up. Radios are off. That's off. Autopilot master is off. Avionics master is off. All electrical switches are off. Circuit breakers are in. Rotating beacon is on. Let's remove this one so it's a little bit easy to see any of these circuit breakers. They are okay. Let's put the yoke back. And then we do engine start. We have desired tank. We have mixture is rich. And throttle is correct. There we go. And prop is full forward. Carb heat is off. Master switch is on. Fuel pump. Let's put that on. And we should see fuel pressure. Yeah, there you go. And then we prime. And one more, and we can turn off the fuel pump. And mags. Both. And starter, engage. Nice. We should have called out clear prop first, but no one is around. Okay, we have engine start. So now we can get the avionics up and on. And today, as usual, we are using SayIntentions AI for our VFR flight to Bromma Airport from Gothenburg. So here we see all the different frequencies. If you get excited about this, as excited as I am, there is a link in the description. You can use that to try this out or purchase a month of it. And I know you're really gonna enjoy it. I need to actually set my identification, my identity, because today we are flying the Piper, and my call sign on the Piper is November 823 Charlie Hotel. And Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Here we go. There we are. So that's what we're going to use during the flight. We're going to call in here in a moment and say that we're doing a VFR flight. So let's get let's do that immediately here. We're going to call into actually first we're going to listen to ATIS 118, and that is 11838.
Richard 21, Decimal 6, QNH 1012. Arriving and departing runways 303. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures contact clearance delivery on 121.68. Advise on initial contact you have information Quebec. Gothenburg Airport information Quebec. 1620 Zulu. Wind 070 at 14. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear.
Okay, so now we're gonna call into clearance. Gothenburg clearance, this is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel requesting VFR clearance for flight to Bromma Airport with information Zulu.
Piper 823 Charlie Hotel, land vetter clearance. I'll have your clearance in just a second.
So I just loaded the flight plan here, so we're going to fly over a couple of different VORs here.
Piper 823 Charlie Hotel, land vetter clearance cleared to Bromma Airport. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 5500 feet. Departure on 124.68. Squawk 5124.
Said Burma Airport. I have to make sure that he's actually doing the right thing there. Clear to Bromma Airport. On departure, maintain VFR at or below 5,500 feet. Departure on 124.68. Squawk 5124. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel.
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, read back correct. Expect runway 3. Contact ground on 121.905.
Over to ground 121.905. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, then we get on ground 121.905. And let's also get tower on there. 118.605, so we have that one ready. Okay, so let's look at our departure. What I put in our plan here was to put in this LAV VR, but I'm not really sure we need that. We're gonna go out of on 03, which is this runway here. We are presently parked over here. Right there. So we're gonna fly out this way. So what I'm gonna do then is just to go over to this VR right here. Oh, that's what we're gonna do. And that's 65 degrees. And there we go, 65 is the course that we're gonna follow, and the runway heading is 022. We're gonna set that on heading like so. All right, I think we are ready to taxi. So let's call into to ground. 121.905, we have that one up here. Gothenburg ground, this is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, ready for taxi. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Can do the taxi checklist. Primer is locked, avionics master is on, ammeter check, radios are on, transponder is active, heading indicator set, altimeter set.
823 Charlie Hotel, land vetter ground taxi to runway 3 via Lima Yankee.
Taxi to runway 3 via Lima Yankee. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. All right, thank you for that. So we have a heading indicator, altimeter, landing gear, lamp is green. We see that down there. Nav lights as required, parking brake release, and brakes on initial roll test. So you see here, this is where we are. So she said Lima, which is this guy here, Lima and Yankee. That's where we're gonna go. Brake check, all good. Taxi light on. It's a nicely modeled airport of from Orbix. Do a little screen print here. Here we are. Let's let's turn a little bit and do a run up into the wind. Left. Yeah, good drop there. All right, everything looks good. Okay, let's call in to switch over to tower. That was 118605. We have that one ready. Switched over, and then let's also do a departure. Put that in so we're ready with that. Actually, she doesn't give me that. She didn't give me that. And I think they said, and oops. Normally I should have noted this, but 5,500 feet, that's where we need to be. Okay. Gothenburg Tower. This is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, ready for departure. Runway 03, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel.
Piper 823 Charlie Hotel, Landvetter Tower, wind 069er at 21 runway 3, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 3, clear for takeoff. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. All right, so let's just look at the checklist for takeoff. So throttle, full open, airspeed indicator before takeoff. Okay, control free and correct. Yes, they are. Elevator trim is neutral. Yes, it is. Door is latched. Flap set as star. Desired tank fuel pump on. Fuel pump is now on. Mixture full rich. Prop full forward. Carb heat is off. Engine gauges, they look good, all these guys. And pitot heat as required. Strobes on. It's warm, so we don't need pitot heat, I think. Strobes are on. Landing lights as required. There we go. Let's go. Wow. It's always like this. I don't know if it's my controls. There's something weird. We start to turn like that. Okay, landing gear up. Take a picture here. Oh. Now we're going to turn in the direction of our flight plan. Very nice day, looks like. There's the airport. I get the warning down here on traffic. Really don't see any traffic around me. All right, we are on the way to Bromma, and I will get updates as we get closer to destination or we see something interesting. Little update on our flight. We are now coming to the southern tip of this lake called Vättern in Sweden. It's the second largest lake in Sweden. This one over here, which is Vänern, is the largest. We're coming over the city of Jonkoping and the airport of Jonkoping, and also Vättern here is 128 meters steep. That's 420 feet. Has Visingsö, which is this little island here in the middle. And it's the 6th largest lake in Europe. So fun fact. So that's what we're coming up to here as we're I'm trying to pan over the landscape here with the airplane there in the foreground. So very nice day for flying today. And we're coming up here to Jonkoping, and then we're gonna continue kind of northwest up towards Stockholm and Bromma airport. So I will get back to you when we get closer. We've just been handed over to another Sweden control frequency, so I'm going to acknowledge that. Sweden control, this is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel with you at 5,500 feet. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel.
Piper 823 Charlie Hotel, Sweden control, roger.
So this is the SayIntentions app. We see the closest airport right now is Skavsta, which is just to our left nose. Yeah, there's Skavsta right here. That's also a nice airport to fly into. I use that quite a lot when I'm flying around in Sweden. We see here our flight ID, flight following is active, destination is Bromma, ESSB, and this assigned transponder. So pretty nice little app if you want to kind of practice your skills to making notes or remember what they're saying for other flights that you do on VATSIM, for example. I kind of just hide this one and I don't look at it, and I make notes and so on. And it's a really good way to kind of practice the kind of the terminology to use. So I think it's really sets you up for a good training to fly on VATSIM. And obviously the benefit of this one is that there's coverage everywhere. So you don't have to wait for VATSIM to light up some coverage where you want to fly. So, and I really like it. I've been using it for months now. If you're interested, there's a link in the description. But yeah, I hope that they're gonna modify the pricing of it. It's a little bit pricey right now, but if you do, if you sign up for a month, you don't have to sign up for longer. I mean, it's really nice. They don't have the IFR really up to snuff yet. It will do your departure and so on, but as you get closer to your approach and so on, it always tries to vector you in with varying success. So, but for VFR, it's a really nice thing to work with. So, anyway, that's my opinion on that. I'll show you on the map here where we are. This is where we are now, down here. So we have Skavsta Airport coming up over. So right now we're navigating to this 114.3 TRS. That's a VOR that's often used when you approach here. So I have that dialed in here, and we are tracking that on right here, and the course is 49, and we're gonna once we reach the TRS, we're gonna track from it, and the track's gonna be 21 degrees north on that. So doing good here. I had a little scare because I didn't pay attention to the fuel quantity, so I actually emptied this tank and just I was looking away on something else, and all of a sudden the plane was huffing and puffing and losing altitude. But we have 10 gallons left. We used quite a lot of fuel actually, a little surprising. We've been sitting here with 12 gallons per hour, which is a little bit high. I want to see what kind of... Okay, we have a little headwind, not too bad though. Oh, it's very warm in here. Look at that. Didn't pay attention to that. Maybe we need to... oh, we probably have the heater on here. Yeah, can we have cabin heat on? Oh, let's do some ventilation here and get the temperature down. Didn't pay attention to that. So yeah, very nice. Outside air temperature. So 7 Celsius. So we should have the cabin cooled down here quite soon. Yeah, 76 already, 75. Can turn this down a little bit. Maybe close it completely. We're going to demonstrate here as we get closer to this VR. So we're tracking on that on nav 114.30. So that's what we have here on this course. So we're tracking towards that. But this autopilot here, which is set here to track on this VOR VLOC here, CDI VLOC. So as we get closer, he's not agile enough to automatically kind of start to turn up to the next track, which is going to be 21 degrees. So what I'm doing, as soon as we get close here, maybe a mile or so from it, and I'm tracking here down here on nav 2, I'm tracking the distance to here. So as we get about to 1.5, I'm gonna switch over to heading mode, and my heading, as you see here, it's set to selected heading 21 degrees. So that's the course that we're gonna take. So once we have turned up to that, we are then gonna switch back over to the autopilot. So here we go. So I'm gonna click here to heading mode, and we're gonna turn up. You're gonna see that. There we go. Now we're on the next waypoint. So here you see we're turning up nicely. maybe you're overshooting it a little bit, but that's not so important, because now once we have turned, I'm gonna set it now to back to autopilot, and I'm gonna set that course down to 21. There we go. So now the course is 21. So now he's gonna start to adjust himself. To get back on this track. So here you go. You see how we're closing in here, and he's gonna start to turn the airplane, and now we're tracking from this VOR 11430. So now you're gonna see, I wish I didn't have this thing coming over here. So we see he's gonna turn into this line here and get us back on track. So that's course is set to 2-1. So there you go. That's how you do it. So as you approach, you help him to turn, so to speak, with heading mode, and then you can turn back to your track. And it works the same if you have a GPS, if you're tracking on the GPS, because the GPS will not react as quickly. So that's a little lesson on that. So now we're on a straight track up here to Bromma, so we're gonna start to get some action, I think, here from air traffic control. And I think we're gonna get a nice sunset. The sun is setting in about 30 minutes. And we have, what does it say here? We have about 12 minutes left up to Bromma. So we're gonna have a nice sunset landing as we're flying over Stockholm. See if we can get the ATIS and listen to that for Bromma Airport.
Following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Stockholm Bromma Airport information Victor. 1750 Zulu. Wind 050 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 12. Decimal 2. QNH 1020. Arriving and departing runway 12. Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading altitude and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor. Stockholm Bromma Airport information Victor. 1750 Zulu.
Okay. So as we get a little bit closer here, I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot and start to prepare for our approach. If we get some contact with someone, would expect to see control to hand us over really soon here. I think I'm gonna set over to heading mode here and start to kind of position myself to do a nice route over Stockholm here. We're probably gonna see some aircrafts on approach. It's a nice picture of Stockholm there. Yeah, there's some flights blinking over here. And we see them here on our map. Yeah, quite a few airplanes around. and the ATC is not sequencing us in any way yet. Okay, I had already I wasn't with control anymore. I actually by mistake swapped over. Sweden Control, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel with you here at 5,500 feet, going in for full stop landing to Bromma Airport, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. I expect them to hand over.
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, good evening.
They're gonna fly westbound here and just wait for some sort of a call in to, because the problem was that I actually wasn't on his frequency, so he might have called us to do a handover. Here's Stockholm, Old Town down here.
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, contact Bromma Tower on 118.105.
Over to Bromma Tower 118.105. Bromma Tower, this is Piper 3 Charlie Hotel with you at 5,500 feet, requesting full stop landing, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel.
Piper 823 Charlie Hotel, Bromma Tower. Descend to pattern altitude. Enter right base, runway 12, report runway in sight.
Descend to pattern altitude, enter right base, runway 12, report runway in sight. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay. I don't know what the pattern altitude is actually. Bromma Tower, can you confirm the pattern altitude for runway 12, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel?
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, traffic at your 9 o'clock, 5 miles. Same altitude, type unknown. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, pattern altitude 1,000.
Pattern altitude 1,000. Thank you, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Okay, we got it. So we're gonna fly down this channel here. I call it the channel, but that's gonna give us the airport on our right. So I promised you a sunset landing. That's exactly what we're getting here. As we're descending. There's Stockholm, the city hall, and the palace is here. Grönalund amusement park over there. $2,000 feet now. I think we stayed at 2,000 for a moment here. Should see Bromma on our right here soon. Yeah, there we are. Looked a little bit further away on my map actually. Okay, well. We fly this way and then we do right base. Bromma Tower, we are midfield runway and Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. I wasn't sure what I should say there. We're not on the base yet.
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel wind 095 at 15, runway 12, clear to land.
Runway 12, clear to land. Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. Alright, that was convenient. Put out the flap. Not really pattern altitude yet, but continue to descend. Do another flap. We are on right base. The full flaps and turn into the airport. Landing gear. There we are, perfect. Look at that. What a nice turn. Trim a little bit to get good descent. Quick selfie. Right, we see, I think I see two white, two red, so we're doing good on descent. If I can get a good landing here. Low. Fuel pump on. Still a little low. There we go. This is a nice model of Bromma airport. I got it from Orbix, I think. Buy a lot of my airports from Orbix. Well, wasn't too good for the bounce. But we got down on the ground. So thank you for joining me on this flight. I hope you enjoyed the flight across Sweden from Gothenburg over to the Bromma airport here outside Stockholm. Saw a little bit Stockholm when we flew by on the approach, and the sun is just now setting, so very nice. Gonna prepare to get the ground frequency, which is 121.605. 121.605. Take this exit here. There we go, and I'm gonna do my last leg. Gonna be here from Bromma down to Småland, which is gonna be the end of this journey from Texas all the way over here to Sweden. So look for that one when that comes out. And in the meantime, we're parking here, and I thank you so much for following. And if you want to try SayIntentions, appreciate if you use the link in the description. That would support me and my content creation. So appreciate it. And
Piper 3 Charlie Hotel, welcome to Bromma. Contact ground on 121.605.
Over to ground on 121.605, Piper 3 Charlie Hotel. All right, we are already parked, and we say goodbye and good night, and we'll see you on the next flight. Bye-bye.